So let's see another property, time integration. The property is this: if Laplace transform of x of t is x of s, then Laplace transform of integral minus infinity to t x of tau d2 is x of s by s. This is time integration property. Now, like we saw in time differentiation, if initial condition is present, then the time integration property will be slightly different. If initial condition is present, then integral minus infinity to t x of tau d2 Laplace transform will be x of s by s plus 1 by s into integral minus infinity to 0 x of tau d2. So this is the property if initial condition is given. If initial conditions are all 0, then you can directly apply the first one. If initial condition, that is, if voltage across a capacitor or current flowing through an inductor is given, we will have to apply the second one. Now let's see an example. Now suppose we are asked to find out, say, Laplace transform of integral minus infinity to t u of tau d2. Okay, so here when you compare it with the time integration property, we can see the x of tau is u of 2. So Laplace transform of u of t is x of s, which is 1 by s. Then Laplace transform of integral minus infinity to t u of 2 d2 will be x of s by s. 1 by s by s will be 1 by s square. That is, when you integrate a unit step function, we will get a ramp function. Another example, minus infinity to t e raised to minus a tau d2. Again, we can write Laplace transform of e raised to minus a t u of t is the standard result. It is 1 by s plus a. Then integral minus infinity to t e raised to minus a tau u of 2 will be 1 by s into s plus a. So this is time integration property. So when you see an integral sign in the question of Laplace transform, then you will have to apply time integration property. Check for the standard result and then apply the property. Now another property is time scaling. If x of t Laplace transform x of s, then x of at Laplace transform 1 by modulus a x of s by a. Okay, this is time scaling property. X of at, Laplace transform of x of at is 1 by modulus a x of s by a. Like an example. Now, suppose you are asked to find out, say, Laplace transform of u of 2t. Now, this is time scaling, right? when you compare this, we can see that it is scaled by a factor of 2. The time is scaled by a factor of 2. So first we will write the standard equation. U of t Laplace transform is 1 by s. Then u of 2t will be, we can apply this. A here is 2. So 1 by 2 x of s by a. In place of s we have to write s by a. So in place of s we have to write s by 2. S by 2, so the 2 will go up and this will be 1 by s itself. Okay, now let's take another example. R of 3t. Find Laplace transform of R of 3t. Then we'll write Laplace transform of R of t is 1 by s square. Then Laplace transform of R of 3t will be 1 by modulus a, that is 1 by 3 x of s by a. In place of s we have to write s by a. So that will be the whole square, or this will be equal to 3 squared 9. 9 and 3 will get cancelled. So it will be 3 by s square. Okay. This is how you have to apply time scaling property. Next we will see initial value theorem. The statement is this: if Laplace transform of x of t is x of s, then the initial value of x of t is denoted as x of 0. The initial value is equal to limit s tends to infinity s into x of s. This is initial value theorem. Similarly, we can write down final value theorem. Now the proof of both these is not required, so we are just studying the result. The final value theorem is, if Laplace transform of x of t is x of s, then the final value we write it as x of infinity. Final value is equal to limit s tends to 0 s into x of s. Now these two theorems are important. You will be asked to verify initial value theorem. That is, you will be given an x of t and then asked to verify initial value theorem. For example, suppose you will be given some function like say x of t equal to e raised to minus at u of t. Okay, and asked to verify initial value theorem. Verify means we have to find out the left hand side and right hand side of initial value theorem and prove that they are the same. That is, you have to find out x of 0. What is x of 0 here? E raised to 0 will be 1. X of 0, you got it as 1. Now we have to prove find the second, the right hand side. So for that you have to write down x of s. What is x of s? X of s equal to e raised to minus at of t. The standard result is 1 by s plus a. Now limit s tends to infinity s into x of s. That is, limit s tends to infinity s by s plus a. Okay. Now limit s tends to infinity. Let me divide all the terms by s. Then you will get it as 1 by 1 plus a by s. Now when you apply s tends to infinity, this will be a by infinity. Any term divided by infinity is 0. So this will be 1 by 1 plus 0, which is equal to 1. So we got x of 0 as 1 as well as limit s tends to infinity s into x of s also as 1. Thus, we have proved the initial value theorem. The same way we can find out final value theorem also. If you want to find out the final value theorem, if you want to verify initial value theorem, this is initial value theorem. We have verified initial value theorem. We have found out x of 0 as well as limit s tends to infinity s into x of s. Now suppose we need to verify final value theorem, then the first step is we have to find out x of infinity. X of t is given, then what will be x of infinity? X of infinity will be e raised to minus infinity will be 0. So x of infinity is 0. Now let's apply the right hand side. Limit s tends to 0 s into x of s. That is limit s tends to 0 s into 1 by s plus a. Or when s tends to 0, this term will reduce to 0. Thus, here we have verified final value theorem. And this is initial value theorem. Now we have covered almost all the properties which we require in our particular subject. Now let's just summarize all the properties. If Laplace transform of x of t is x of s. What was the first property? The first property was multiplication with a constant. Then k into x of t, Laplace transform will be k into x of s. That was the first property, multiplication by a constant. The second is, we learned linearity property, which is a into x1 of t plus b into x2 of t, Laplace transform a into x1 of s plus b into x2 of s. This is linearity property. Then the third one, time shifting property. Laplace transform of x of t minus t naught is e raised to minus st naught into x of s. Then time scaling property, x of at Laplace transform 1 by modulus a x of s by a. Then we learned differentiation property, time differentiation. Differentiating in time domain, d by dt of x of t is Laplace transform of s into x of s. Then integration property, which is minus infinity to t x of tau d2, Laplace transform x of s by s. Then differentiation in frequency domain, which is t into x of t, Laplace transform minus d by ds of x of s. Now if initial conditions are given, then these two properties will have an addition of initial value also. Here you will have to write it as minus x of 0, the initial value, and here plus 1 by s into integral minus infinity to 0 x of tau d2. And then finally we learned initial value theorem and final value theorem. Initial value theorem was x of 0, the initial value is equal to limit s tends to infinity s into x of s, and final value x of infinity equal to limit s tends to 0 s into x of s.